Welcome to the Embassy of Mike Graham. I'm Mike Graham, and this is my heaven and hell for this week. The plank of England. There's a bloke called Andrew Bailey who claims to be the governor of the Bank of England. Well, he's not much of a governor, is he? This is a guy who doesn't look like he knows what he's doing. This is a bloke who once said, "I can't control inflation." Well, mate, that's your actual job, controlling inflation. Meanwhile, inflation's been spiralling out of control. He also said he didn't think there was any need to put the interest rates up when they were really low. But this week, he's just put the interest rates up again for the 13th time in a row. And it's now 5%. So an awful lot of people are squealing that they won't be able to afford to pay their mortgages, they won't be able to afford to pay their children's school fees, they won't be able to afford to eat, they won't be able to afford to put petrol in the car. And it's all because of the plank of England, Andrew Bailey. When he was asked how much money he makes, he didn't even know the answer to that. He said, I think it's about 500,000 quid. Somebody had to point out to him on a parliamentary committee it was actually £555,000 and some change. He doesn't seem to know much, this guy, and it doesn't surprise me, because you know what? He's not actually even an economist. Apparently, he did his thesis at university on the Napoleonic Wars. Well, maybe you should go back there and have another go, because he's in hell. Glastonbury. Big weekend for the musos this week because, of course, it's Glastonbury season, and you know what that means. All sorts of middle-class people from very trendy parts of London will be spending 370 quid on a ticket to go and see a load of bands, get very damp and probably throw up on somebody. The BBC are sending 1,000 people down there, not to enjoy it, but to actually cover it. But instead of camping or putting them in some kind of tented area, they're putting them all up in hotels. So it's going to cost millions and millions and millions of pounds, which unfortunately is a lot more millions than there will be people watching it. Elton John's the headliner. Give me strength. It's hell. Where's the mute button? Apparently couples argue 4 times a week, minimum, over, guess what? The remote control and who controls it. I do know what they mean, though, because you can never work out what you want to watch. According to Roku, who've done this study, that's the streaming service, they reckon that they argue over things like what to watch, how long to watch things for, should you watch more than one episode of something, should you stream all of it all at once, interruptions, putting something on and then completely ignoring it by playing on your phone. I mean, I've been there, believe me. The only answer to this is not to watch television with anybody else. Just watch it on your own, and that way you'll be in heaven. Le menu, s'il vous plaît. Now, I'm off on holiday soon, which is quite a coincidence because this next one is all about why people go on holiday and where. Apparently, people care more in this country about the food they're going to eat while they're away than actually any of the cultural destinations. So if people go to France, they're not going to go to Paris and look at the Eiffel Tower. They're going for the rather splendid pâté de foie gras. Or if you go to Spain, you're going for the paella, not for Madrid Cathedral, or that big art gallery there that everybody can't remember the name of. And what about Mexico? Do you go to Mexico for the food, or do you go for the tequila? It could well be that you're travelling very soon as well. Just be careful there's no plane hold-ups, because that could be hell. But if you go somewhere where the food's great, that could be heaven. That was this week's Heaven and Hell. Don't forget to join the Embassy of Mike Graham. Go and subscribe to it, like it, and share it. We'll be back next week.